One of the biggest challenges I've encountered in my photography is something you would least expect. It has nothing to do with gear, settings, or conditions. It's all about mentality and self-confidence. So in this video, I want to take you on a very difficult photo shoot where I'm joined by Nigel, Mads, and Darren, and we attempt the 400mm challenge. In this video, I share various tips and techniques and a huge unexpected learning experience. I really hope you enjoy the video.
This is going to be a disaster. I'm here with Darren, Nigel, Mads, super talented photographers, and we're about to do the 400mm challenge. We've got 1 hour and it's broad midday light. So not exactly the conditions we're usually hoping for, but make sure to check out their videos. They're going to be a lot of fun to compare them. But yeah, let's get started. Oof, so windy, you guys. So this is an interesting challenge. I've never done a photography challenge before, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to come up with anything. 1 hour to take pictures, and the conditions are crazy difficult right now. So we'll see how these turn out. So in order to combat some of the haze, I have a CPL filter here, and I'm going to go ahead and use this to try and cut through some of this haze. We'll see if that works. But when it comes to, you know, doing shots at 400mm, which is a bit restrictive, I'm always looking for little interesting details in the distance. So there's a lot happening with this scene. Like if you look out here, you can see all the little waves breaking on the bluffs. Right here, I mean, just look at how hazy that is out in the distance. It's crazy. But if we start to aim down into these waves, look at those waves, all of that mist getting pushed off the top of the wave. Even down here, look at that. That wave cruising in, it's beautiful. So if I can focus on some of that, let's pull out for a second to 100. I'm not gonna shoot a photo at 100, but yeah, see those waves rolling down the shore could be interesting. And also if I aim the camera this way and just kind of glance out at the water for a moment, we should see some little bits of mist. There's some interesting spray coming off the waves down here. So let's take a, ooh, you know what, actually, I see something interesting in here. Let's see. If we just focus on the waves down there. And I'm going to go ahead and do f6.3 ISO 500.
So here's an image that I was a bit uncertain about while I was photographing it, but when I got back to Lightroom and really took a look, I'm pretty happy with the way this came out here. I thought that the spray coming off the waves was really interesting, and the chaotic nature of this image I felt really represented the experience I was feeling. For this one, I had my shutter speed really high at 1/4000th of a second just to make sure all those micro vibrations of the wind knocking my tripod weren't going to have any effect on the focus of the waves here. To do that, I bumped my ISO to 500 to give myself some breathing room, and I shot this one at f6.3.
Interesting wave just crashed down there. The other tough part about it being so windy is the waves are pretty big, but they're also really choppy, so you don't get quite as much structure as you would if there was less wind.
So at this moment, I'm not gonna lie, I was getting really frustrated. And when I look back on this video, I think it was a little bit silly to feel that way. The hour time limit was really putting me under pressure, and in a normal situation where I would be relaxed and just enjoying and waiting for the waves, I felt the timer counting down almost like I was wasting time. So I took a deep breath and just tried to analyze the scene to see what might look interesting.
Just the restrictions on time. If you watch my videos, you know I'm not much of a pressure photographer. I usually take my time, so having 1 hour is quite challenging. Also, this wind is crazy. I mean, every once in a while it'll go away and then it'll just gust insane amounts of power to the point where it feels like you're almost knocking over. So I can't do a long exposure. That's not really gonna work. I think I just need to watch the waves. The waves are kind of what I'm thinking right now. Like the water patterns, the waves. Maybe I'll find something interesting in there. And if I don't find something on this bluff right here, I think I'm gonna walk up in that direction, see if maybe we can get something on the other side. You know what? I do see little bits of rainbows almost being picked up in the waves down there. Little rainbow spectrums. Ooh. There's definitely some interesting texture in the waves down there. When the wind blows against the water, it creates some very cool patterns. And that's kind of what I'm banking on right now.
Okay, so here's a photograph that I'm really happy with. I love how the wave spray here made little bits of mist that almost looks like fog traveling through the scene. And the choppy wave textures made for a really nice pattern here.
Right now I'm doing, 1/2000th to 1/4000th of a second. And this ensures that everything is as tack sharp as possible. Everything that I'm shooting is out in infinity and there's no layers that I need to worry about. So f6.3 is going to work out perfect here. I don't need to make the f-stop any higher. And I'm giving myself a bit of a breathing room by shooting ISO 500. So I'm really just prioritizing that shutter speed as much as humanly possible.
After this moment, I tried something a little bit unusual, and here's how it turned out. Okay, so this is a 400mm wave flipped upside down, just to really highlight and focus on those abstract patterns and textures. I loved the different shades of blue here, the diagonal patterns, and how the image almost converges right towards the middle.
I think we're gonna move and see what it looks like from this direction now. Maybe we can get something a little bit different in here. I'm still very focused on the waves. I mean, that's the thing, at least to me, that is the most interesting right now.
While wandering up the hill, I ran into Nigel for a bit, and we had a nice conversation about what we were capturing.
How's it going?
It's okay.
Not so well.
No.
It's difficult, isn't it?
I think the biggest challenge for me is more of a mental thing than a physical thing. Like the fact that we've given this a time limit it makes me feel like I'm under pressure. And then that becomes for me a distraction because like photography for me is so it's so introspective. Like I just want to sit there with my thoughts and enjoy the scene for as long as it need be, whether it's 5 minutes or 5 hours. And so now that we have this time limit, I'm like, oh, I don't have a shot. No. I don't know what I'm shooting.
I'm the same, and it's I always say have an apple, and it's really, really hard, isn't it, giving yourself a time limit?
It is.
We probably shouldn't have done that, but we have done.
I guess in a sense like this, when the conditions are so tough, sometimes it's those little fleeting moments that end up being the most interesting. So
that's right. Like the wind on the waves, and it doesn't happen very often, does it? But there's interesting things.
Absolutely.
Right, I'm going to keep going in that direction and get stressed out as well.
Enjoy, sir. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Look at this. This is pretty cool. Wow. Look at that wave. Holy crap. This wave is about to break, and it looks like it's going to be massive. I should probably get ready just in case there's a shot to be had. Oh my gosh, look at that spray. Okay, all right, new plan, new game plan. I'm excited, and I've found something interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to have time to shoot it for this challenge, but we're gonna head on up and see how this looks. Oh my gosh, that's what I want, that spray down there. Would you looky here? It's Mads. You shooting cool stuff?
I think so, but damn it, I hate it's a 400mm.
Yeah, it's...
You want inspiration?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, who's that standing there?
Me.
You went all the way down there?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, I just saw Mads' shot. It's really cool. He did a great job finding something interesting.
After running into Mads, I wandered down the hill, and then I encountered some of the strongest wind I've ever felt.
I love this rock spire down there. It's really cool. So I think we're gonna try and get a shot of it. Need a little bird to fly real quick. Just like one bird to fly into this rock right here. Oh, here's the wave. You see that wave right there? Okay, let's see what this does. The bird right there. Oh. Wow. That was so powerful. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Alright, so here's an image of that bird gliding across the scene, and you can see just how powerful that wave is, almost covering this sea stack. I wish I had gotten some other birds in different positions, but this was really the only one that turned out. For this one, I'm shooting 1/4000th of a second, f9, ISO 500.
I can barely stand up. Ah!
During this moment, I literally just had to cover my face just to shield from the wind, and I couldn't even see the viewfinder. After wiping my eyes and a quick break, I went back to photographing, and then here's what I shot. This was definitely the most powerful wave that I saw during that outing, and the one with the most structure. I love the circular pattern of this composition, and how you get that glowing turquoise within the wave. I also thought that that little bit of orange glow in the center was a really nice touch here.
So yeah, we'll just have to see how these shots turned out. I don't even know if they're in focus. It was so bad that I was trying to look in the viewfinder, and there was so much wind hitting my face that I was like crying. So I was like tears in my eyes trying to get a photo. This was just, you know, it felt like a rush. So we'll see. We're gonna head back to everyone and see what they got.
After looking through some of these images, I think I was so hard on myself in field, and I think that's something a lot of you can resonate with. I can't tell you how many times I've been out there shooting, thinking I wasn't capturing anything, and then I get back to Lightroom and realize there's a lot of potential in the photographs. So even though I'm happy with the way these photographs came out, I do need to work on that mentality a bit and try to feel a little bit more comfortable under pressure, because there are a lot of photo shoots where you are restricted to time. So now I'd love to hear from you. Which one of these images from the video is your favorite? Please let me know in the comments. Make sure to check out everyone else's videos, because I've taken a little sneak peek and I know what they've shot is really, really incredible. And with that, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.